What's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And the Houston Astros beat the Athletics 5-3 to sweep the series in a 2-0 sweep, not a regular 3-0 or 4-0 sweep, but a 2-0 sweep for the Astros to make it a now 4-game winning streak for this Astros team, which is the biggest winning streak of the season for the Astros. I think more importantly for this Astros team, it's also 8 straight series won at home for the Houston Astros. Now, we can get to the road struggles. That's a different story. We won't have to worry about that for another 4 games, as the Astros have another 4 games at home until they get back on the road, which that next road series after the homestand is Pittsburgh, which is a little bit easier compared to, where the Astros have been in the past and on the road, playing in Arlington and Tampa Bay and a non-pitcher's ballpark, in Tampa Bay. So, yeah, that's the good thing, that you've got another 4 games at home, because this team has been just locked down at home. 20-10 at home now, so you're 10 games over 500 at home. The Astros started off 2-4 at home in those first 6 games, looked horrendous, absolutely horrendous offensively at home. Those first 6 games was a big problem. Since then, they've gone 16 now it's 18 and 6 since the first 6 games. So 18 and 6 since those first 6 games at home. It has been, and offensively, like I talked about, those first 6 games, offense was just absolutely terrible. Those first 6 games against the Giants and the Mets. And then since then, the Astros have just really turned it on at home. At the point where they're 18 and 6, and it's not just good hitting at home in those 24 games. They're 18 and 6. It's also great pitching. So, just unbelievable. But this is the first time they've got to a 4-game winning streak. They've gotten a couple 3-game winning streaks this year. I think 2 or 3 before this 4-game winning streak. Before this 3-game winning streak that has now been extended to 4, but they have not been able to get that 4th win in a row so far this year, and they finally have done that. Another thing is they're now at 30 wins. Last year they didn't get to 30 wins until game 65 of the year, and this year they've got it game 55. Another thing I will also note is that this team last year didn't reach 5 games over 500 until game 93. Now they've done that. They've done that on game 55 of the year to extend their record to 30-25 and be 5 games over 500 for the first time this year. So those are all great things to go over right there. Let's go over some stats. 7 hits for the Astros. Look, this wasn't a great offensive performance, and I thought that was going to screw the Astros up, because in the past we've seen the Astros not being able to put on good performances after a dominant offensive game like they did yesterday. Yesterday was 11 runs. We've seen the problem for this team at times. This year, the one time they did it, and obviously last year was a big issue of not being able to have good games after putting on a show like they did with 11 runs last night. Double-digit run. When they have double-digit runs, they have trouble the next day. The one time they did it this year, they scored 14 runs against the Angels. The next day, they only scored 1 run. And it looked like for a large part of this game, that was going to be a problem for this team. It really did. And it was. And the pitcher that was out there today, Lance McCullers Jr., that's not the guy you wanted out there if the offense was going to be great. Was going to be bad. And Lance was great today. I'm not saying anything bad about Lance. He did give up 3 earned runs in 6 innings. Lance doesn't deserve any blame for that. But and Lance was absolutely fantastic today. Give him all the flowers he deserves. 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. Lance was lights out. But there's nothing Lance can do if his offense isn't providing him runs. When Lance was out there, they only scored 2 runs in the 6 innings. And that doesn't help if he's giving up 300 runs. So I'm not saying those first innings was Lance's fault, because I thought Lance was lights out, the best we've seen from him. But I said yesterday, and this is what I said yesterday, when the Astros won. And this is true if you look at the way this game went. I said that this is the type of offensive performance you want to see tomorrow for the Astros when they've got Lance on the mound. If he pitches bad, or if he needs to come out early, and that wasn't the case. Lance pitched great. He didn't need to come out early. He went 6 innings. So it's not like Lance was a problem in this game, but this was not the game This is not the game you wanted to have that happen at all, where the offense can't do a lot. And obviously they scored late. They scored 3 runs in the 7th inning. That really helped. But this was the type of performance you would have loved to seen yesterday with Hunter Brown on the mound, because you can win a game easily with Hunter Brown on the mound with 5 runs. The Astros would have won by 4 runs yesterday. It would not have been as stressful today. I think if you ask any Astros fan, we would have 100% would have loved to switch performances where, maybe yesterday was 5-1 and today was 11-3, and there was no stressful game in this series. But I still think the offense did a great job of getting the job done late in this game, in the 7th inning, and then Lance and then the other guys behind him, of Sean Dubin, Josh Hader, and Brian Abreu, did an excellent job out of the bullpen. After Lance came out of the game. So you've got to love the way this pitching group pitched the entire game and the way the hitters were in the last couple innings of the ball game. Not the full game, but the last couple innings. All right, let's go over some other stats. 5-3's final score, 7 hits for the Astros, 6 for the Athletics, 1 error. That was off a Brendan Rodgers play that went to the Athletic. The error was on the Athletics, 0 on the Astros. Win goes to Sean Dubin. He's 2-0 now. He's got 2 wins on Lance McCullers Jr. starts. Last 2 Lance starts have been wins for Sean Dubin. The last one was because Lance couldn't finish the 5th inning. That was Lance's fault. Lance could have had the win in his last start against Seattle, but he couldn't finish the 5th inning. Joe Espada took him out, and Sean Dubin got that win against Seattle because he finished the 5th inning for Lance. This one's not Lance's fault. The Astros couldn't take the lead in the 6 innings Lance was out there. They eventually tied the game in the 4th inning, but they could not take the lead when Lance McCullers Jr. was out there pitching for the Astros. So Sean Dubin replaced him, and then they took the lead when Sean Dubin came in. So that's some tough luck for Lance. I know that would have been great for the performance he had today. It would have been great for that first win back to happen as well. But I think you look at the positives of the first game back. His first game back where he gets double-digit strikeouts. His first game since the injury where he is going not only 6 innings, but going 5 innings as well. He had not gone 5 innings yet either. So just a lot of positives when it comes to the way Lance pitched today. But Sean Dubin gets the win, his second start of the year. He's pitched 9 2/3 so far this year, yet to give up an earned run. That's been another such a positive thing for this bullpen this year. He gave 1 hit, he gave up a double, but then bounced back with 2 strikeouts. Loss goes to Sterner. He's 1-1 on the year now. He gave 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, going 0 2/3, replacing Severino. Save goes to Josh Hader, his 14th save of the year. Pitched the 9th, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. This is the most strikeouts the Astros had in a game this season. I'm like 99.9% sure that is correct. All right, let's go to the scoring summary. 2 RBI doubles for the A's start off the game for Brent Rooker and Wilson, 2-0. Then sac fly for Isak, his 32nd RBI of the year, 2-1. Cam Smith is his 17th RBI of the year, and in both of these games he did have RBIs. 3 RBIs for Smith in this series makes it 2-2 with the RBI single. Walker scores. Hopefully Christian Walker's doing okay. I know the X-rays were negative, so that's a good thing. We'll see how he feels. Might not be able to play tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. The good thing is maybe you can just put Zach Dezenzo at first base, give Christian Walker the day off tomorrow potentially with the game he had today. Speaking of Zach Dezenzo, we'll get into that in just a second. Wilson hit a home run to left, 366 feet, 3-2. And then Zach Dezenzo crushes a home run to center for his second home run of the year, 416 feet. It's 3-3. And the Astros tie the game. 7th inning, Victor Caratini is clutch. Single to center, Paredes and Pena score. Dubon to third, and it is 5-3 after the RBI single for Vic. And that is it for the scoring summary. Astros hitters today, Pena went 1 for 4. He had one of the only walks today. He had a walk in the 3rd inning, 7th inning single to right for Jeremy. Scored in that 7th inning off the single. Isak was 0 for 2 today. Tough series for him, but he did have an RBI and scored a run today off of the 7th inning walk and the 5th inning. The 3rd inning sac fly for Isak. Altuve, after that amazing 4 for 4 game today, and amazing, last couple games he's had, calmed down a little bit. Not surprising. Struck out twice, lined out, flied out. I'm not surprised to see that for Jose with the way he has been hot right now. hopefully he can just get it going against Tampa Bay. Chas McCormick came in defensively as a replacement, but we didn't see him get any at-bats after his amazing game yesterday, going 2 for 4. Christian Walker went 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch in the 4th inning, and then Dubon replaced him. Dubon reached on an infield single to shortstop to load the bases in the 7th. Hopefully Walker will be okay. I think it's fine if maybe he misses 1 or 2 games. I don't think it's going to be anything serious, but if the Astros say it's something that is not to be worried about, and you start to see Walker miss time, maybe it is serious. I can't believe anything these guys say at this point. Victor Caratini went 2 for 4 today. He was amazing. His first 2 at-bats were ground outs to second and first, but then a single to center in the 6th inning, and 2 RBIs for Caratini in the 7th inning, scoring Paredes and Pena and getting Dubon to third. The Astros, that was it for the Astros scoring in that 7th inning. Started with Dezenzo's home run to tie the game, and then Caratini's RBI single gave him the lead. Jake Myers went 0 for 3 today. He did have a walk in the 6th inning, but struck out, flied out, lined out. Cam Smith went 1 for 4, single RBI. That was it for him. Zach Dezenzo, amazing today, 2 for 3, single to left. Home run, walk in the 8th inning, scored 2 runs. Great day for Dezenzo. Brandon Rogers reached base off of an error in the 3rd inning by shortstop Wilson, struck out Sweeney in the 5th inning. Yanner Diaz had 2 at-bats replacing him, lined out to center in both at-bats. Like I talked about, this was Lance's best outing since his return. 6 innings, he got 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. Unbelievable for him. Today, 1 inning for Sean Dubin. I mentioned the 2 strikeouts, giving up 1 hit. Abreu gave up a walk with a strikeout, and Josh Hader gave up a walk as well, but 3 strikeouts. So for the Astros today, it was a total of 18 strikeouts for the Houston Astros today. Unbelievable. 18 strikeouts between 4 pitchers: Lance, Sean Dubin, Brandon Abreu, and Josh Hader. Just unfortunately for Lance, he didn't get that win because the offense didn't want to show up until the 7th inning. And Lance did not have enough pitches. Lance had too many pitches to pitch a 7th inning. So that sucks for Lance, but this was still an amazing day for him. And this is great. With the tough news today of hearing what's going on with Ronel Blanco, you see Lance pitch like this. You see the Lance pitch the way he has in his last 2 starts. It definitely makes you feeling more positive of things with the way Lance looks in these last 2 starts. Let me know your thoughts on this game for the Astros in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.